What's the word? What's the word, y'all? What's the word, man? It's Loco back, man, on this notepad with you by sharing my thoughts on this great boxing weekend for y'all, man. We got 3 headliners for you. One of them include Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios. Another one is Usyk versus Daniel Dubois. And another one is Jesse Bam Rodriguez versus Fondora Kaufu. You know, we got three good headliners. I'm sorry, but we got hella matchups as well, man. We got hella matchups. Another great boxing weekend for what's this, July, for the July 19th weekend, man. Great one, man. I love it, man. I love it. Especially I love boxing in the July because sports is particularly slow in the United States between basketball, baseball, and football. Football is coming back up, but baseball is kind of slow and dull. And the NBA is no fun in the NBA. But you got WNBA though, but they're on All-Star weekend right now, so it's no action right there. But yeah, man, let me share my thoughts on this real quick. First, starting off with Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios. Me personally, man, Manny Pacquiao is coming back for a cash grab. Unfortunately, man, he is, man. I got the younger fighter in Mario Barrios right now. He's in shape. Manny Pacquiao, he's coming off a 4-year layoff. You can't just, in my opinion, you can't just cheat boxing like that, especially as a 46-year-old, I'm sorry, coming off a 4-year layoff, going against a young prime champion like that. Come on now, it's something you can't fake boxing. You can't fake it. In these other sports, maybe you can sub in and out, for your lack of oxygen or whatnot, but in boxing, you in there by yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to get it. You got to get it by any means. And looking at Manny Pacquiao's shadow boxing, he looks slower, man. The last 2 times we seen Manny Pacquiao, when he was in there with Usyk, he got the Beast by Dre put on him, and he had he had a exhibition either 1 or 2 years ago, and he was getting the Beast by Dre put on him, man. It's sad, but Manny Pacquiao, he's a legend in his own right, but come on now, this ain't the right move. I understand you need a cash grab and all that stuff, so hey, it is what it is, man. Go in there and do your best, and you better get laid down like a dog, unfortunately. The next headliner we got, like I said, we got Usyk versus Dubois, man. This is for the undisputed title, man, for the heavyweight boxing championship, man. They had this a rematch because their first fight was back in 2023 when, in my opinion, I thought that was a knockdown by Daniel Dubois on Usyk to the body shot, but they said it was too low. They said it was a body shot. It was a close on the bell line, but in my opinion, I felt like that was a body shot or whatnot. Usyk ended up winning that fight in the 9th round by knockout over the boy, man. He ended up knocking him down, then he ended up knocking him out with a power jab at the end, man. So it's gonna be a great matchup. It's gonna be a great matchup. Next headliner, we got Jesse Bam versus Fondora Kaufu at 115, man. They both are champions, so the winner of this one will become the unified champion. Bam, he has the WBC champ, while Kaufu has the WBL champ, WBL belt. So the critics with Bam, they saying he always fighting older fighters, you know what I'm saying, and he ain't fighting no prime young lions. This going to be a good matchup for Bam because he can finally shut some of them critics up, saying that he can finally fight a youthful fighter. He can finally fight somebody with some youthful oxygen and whatnot. So this going to be a real good test for Bam. Me personally, I got Bam in this, but we're gonna see. He gotta prove it to all of us that he could mess with some young people around his age range, and he can put them down and all that. Also, about to get into some of these other fights, which will be Sebastian Fondora and Tszyu, and that's going to be the co-main event for the Pac-Man card, for the Pac-Man fight, And for that fight, Sebastian Fondora versus Tszyu, that's going to be for the WBC 154 belt, This is a rematch from the 2024 fight they had, in which I was saying that Tszyu, he was getting on Sebastian Fondora, he was getting on him, but then again, I want to say in the 2nd or 3rd round, he suffered a cut on top of his head from an elbow and all that. Next thing you know, it became a bloodbath, and a tide switched in that fight for real. Tszyu, he started bleeding from the top of his head. Next thing you know, Fondora started putting the Beast by Dre on him. You know, he started putting the Beast by Dre on him, and it changed that whole fight. It changed that whole fight for Fondora, and then Fondora ended up winning a unanimous decision over Tszyu like that. So Tszyu looking for blood. He coming to get a belt, you know. And Fondora, he better bring it this time, man. Cause if it ain't no cut that's gonna happen, Fondora, you gonna be in trouble, man. In my personal opinion, I got Tszyu, you know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. It's boxing. Anything can go, you know. We also got another one on that card with Usyk Cruz, you know, the dude that got famously pushed up by Tank, you know what I'm saying? Got Usyk Cruz versus Omar Gomez, Brandon Figueroa versus Joel Gonzalez, and Gary Allen Russell is making his return off a 3-year layoff versus, what's the dude's name? Versus Hugo Cansadia, you know, Hugo, sorry if I'm butchering your name or not. But I'm very excited to see what Gary Allen Russell's going to do, you know what I'm saying? He coming off a 3-year layoff. The last time we see him, he had a scrap where he was only able to use one arm, you know, and it was still debatable if he won that, you know, still debatable if he won that. But like I say, man, people coming off these layoffs, and, you know, hopefully they can do it. Gary Allen Russell, he's way young. He's still in his 30s, so he probably got a chance or whatnot. You know, he like around 36, 37, 38. So we will see what it do. We're gonna see what it do. Austin Williams versus Ivan Vasquez. That's gonna be on the BAM card. And the Diego Botega versus Trevor Gukuni is gonna be on the BAM card as well, man. So we're gonna have some great boxing, man. Great boxing, man. Y'all better get y'all bread up. Y'all better get y'all homework done. Better hit the DraftKings, FanDuel, Bovada, MyBookie, one of these booking sites, man, and get y'all bread up on this, man, for real. I'm sure we'll go put a little pretty down, you know. Like I say, I got Barrios, and I got me personally, Tszyu. So the odds on that probably came like the plus 124. You drop something down, you know what I'm saying, for some plus money. If they come out with the victories, hey, that could, you know what I'm saying, bring a great return on your investment, you know. Another matchup we got today is Lawrence Okoli versus Kevin Lornana. No, sorry if I'm butchering your name. That's a UK matchup. That's going to be on the undercard of the Usyk. That's a co-main event for Usyk versus Dubois. Lawrence Okoli, a former cruiserweight champ, moving up to heavyweight. This is about to be his third matchup at heavyweight versus a pure heavyweight. You know, Kevin, you know, my bad. But yeah, I want to see what Lawrence Okoli do. He's he's an orthodox fighter. He's a tall, orthodox, big fighter. He got that word stands when he be on his toe. But his word though, you know what I'm saying? But his word, but he be putting stuff down though. He really be putting stuff down and all that stuff. But yeah, it's a great boxing weekend, man. Barrios, come out with the victory. Tszyu, come out with this victory, man. For real, man. Put some money in my pocket. Please put some money in my pocket. I need it, man. I need these peppers for my daughter. Y'all seen it. I need these peppers for my daughter, man. For real, man. But let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Who y'all got, man. So we can go back and forth in this point. Who y'all got, man. And I'll analyze what y'all got, man. We just talk about it in the comments or whatnot, you know. But holla at your dirty, man. Holla at me after these fights. I'm gonna holla at y'all on this Sunday, so we can do some reviews and see how my predictions and how the fights end up matching up, you know. Holla at your boy. Yo.